Fucking hell. I'll tell you what.
You're live now, Mum.
Am I live?
You're live.
I'm live. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to my first live stream on this channel. It's fucking bizarre, isn't it? I'm allowed to swear on live streams.
Yeah.
Anyway,
especially when they're your own.
I'm joined by my good mate, Barry. Hello, mate. How are you doing? From all the being
yeah.
If you do not know this fella, I'd suggest you go sub him after this. Not while, you know. Anyway, we've already got 2 comments in the house, actually. So we've got this. Yeah, no, we've got 3 now.
Oh, we are.
Hang on.
Let's get me. Oh, what have I done here now?
What have I done?
I can't see the comments. You'll have to bang them
There
up.
we are. Now, hello, Thomas. Now this.
Hiya, Thomas.
Comment,
how are you, pal?
I don't know if he's watching this. This came up at 5 to 4 yesterday afternoon. He put that up.
You know.
5 to 4. Yeah, he did. 5 to 4. Matthew Barker, hello, mate. Hope it's a good one. Hope it's a good one, this. I'm sure it will be.
Hey, you better be appreciative of it.
Oh, well, of course I will. Always appreciate it. I usually send him a box anyway.
Oh, good man.
You know what I mean? So would you like to tell the boys and girls, Baz, what you're drinking?
What am I drinking? I got a beer from the Blade. Puntigama. Austrian. Austrian lager. 5.1%.
Nice.
It's not one of them widgeted glasses, mate. So it's there you go. Look at that. Hey,
yeah,
not wrong with that.
Right,
It's a quality glass, that. I like that glass.
I'll have to tell you, boys and girls, the quality beverage I'm on is the old wife beater. The old Stella Artois. For a reason.
Now it's been lowered. It's probably more like a cat beater, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's 4.6. What was it used to be, Stella, anyway?
5.2, wasn't it? Years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
But the unfiltered one, that one there, is 5%.
Yeah.
Is that because of the yeast in the beer? Obviously, most probably, wasn't
it?
Something like that.
Probably. Strange, isn't it? Because it's brewed in the UK, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. Hello, Leah. How you doing?
Hey, Leah.
Hope you're well. Hope Neil enjoyed that chili stout he had last night. He'll get quite a few comments. No beer for me today. My liver's hurting and needs a rest.
Good man.
That's a shame. Shame, isn't it?
He's sensible, isn't he? He's sensible.
Well, you get that odd little twinge down there. It makes you think, God, I think I've had a little bit too much drink, have I?
Yeah, well, yeah. I had that many.
Anyway, up to the devil. How are you doing? How's you in
Here he is.
That
chili beer
last night?
Do you know what? Chili beers just don't do it for me.
They don't?
No. I've had a couple and I love chili.
Oh, right.
I love beer.
What do you think of the Brewdog one?
The Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right, but I think I did say I just don't do chili beers in it. It just didn't do it for me, I don't think. It was yeah.
That's strange coming from you, considering you eat some stuff on your channel.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I don't like the heat in a beer. It sort of takes away the. I want a beer to be wet and cold, if you like, and then you fucking end up with the chili in it, if you like.
Neil says that beer was quite nice, but couldn't drink many. Oh, could it? It's like 11%, that thing that I had last night.
You wouldn't want to drink many, would you?
Yeah, a 4-pack, you'd be all over the shop, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Definitely. So in this stream, boys and girls, we'll be doing this one, won't we, mate?
We will. I keep getting the name wrong. It's Backwoods Bastard, isn't it?
Yeah, not
I've called it Arrogant Bastard, Angry Bastard.
Well, I thought it's not Backwoods Bastard, like you Backwoods Bastard. It's Backwoods Bastard.
Yes.
Yes. Obviously.
Cool artwork, isn't it? I love the label.
It is. I love the label on these bottles.
The old cap, isn't it? I like the branded caps as well, and when you get them plain ones now, they're shit, aren't they? They're boring.
Yeah. I've got Thornbridge Jaipur currently on the PD. I kind of feel this one has gone under the radar. What do you reckon on that then, Baz?
Jaipur, I do like it. It's not one of my favourite IPAs, I've got to admit. It's got that cat pee aroma to it. It smells like, I think it smells of cat pee a bit. I wouldn't say it tastes like it, but you always get it on the nose when you're having a drink. It's a decent drop in it, but I think there's nicer IPAs out there myself.
It was a defining beer, I think. It came out at the right time when it needed to come out. I think Jaipur. Yeah. Look back at the Gamma Ray, what came out at the time. Jaipur was there with it, and I think it was a defining beer.
I used to like that Gamma Ray.
Huh?
I used to like that Gamma Ray.
So did I.
Beavertown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
Leah says, what's your channel name? It's called All the Beer, No Idea.
Yes. Thank you very much, Leah.
Give him a sub. Give him a sub. Matthew says, it looks like a hillbilly on Moonshine, the label.
Yeah. He's got an axe, hasn't he? He's got an axe.
Yeah, he's got an axe. I'll tell you what, I would like to go near his house if he comes out with an axe.
No. I think you'd need a bottle of this before you went to his house, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Just to build up the bloody balls to do it.
Neil Morgan says he looks like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. He does actually. I can't remember the bloke who played Gandalf, but
how many? Not John Hurt, was it? No.
What was his name?
Was it
something like that? Somebody, John Hurt.
That's probably what he looks like now.
Yeah. So, how many bastards is there in Founders? I don't know. Do you know how many bastard beers there are?
There is one called Arrogant Bastard, isn't it?
Yeah, I had that a while ago.
I
think.
I don't know, because I've got a couple more Founders in my fridge.
I bought Arrogant
the strong
Bastard.
ones, but I don't think any of them are bastard.
That's terrible, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Neil says, is Ian McKellen, apparently.
Ian McKellen, that's it.
That's the fella. That's the fella. Have you had the Broken Skull American Lager yet? I remember you saying you have 2 cans. So you're familiar with the Broken Skull Steve Austin stuff, Baz?
I'm aware of it, yeah. Remember Scott doing it. He got one sent, didn't he, a long time ago, didn't he?
Yeah. Have you tried it yet, or?
No, I've not seen it. Or
yeah, it's quite a rare thing over here. I think the rare scarcity of it, I think, gives it a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of an image. I think when people wants to get hold of it.
Funny enough, you know what I should do? Because my missus is in America at the moment, isn't she? I should get her to try and pick me a can up.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, why not?
What an idea! Why not?
That's an idea.
She's going to try and bring me some back anyway.
Yeah, bring you some back. You want to get Pliny the Elder as well, mate. That's a beer which has eluded me for years.
Pliny the Elder?
Pliny. P-L-I-N-Y, the Elder. Which is a double IPA by Russian River Brewing.
Brewing, yeah.
It's I looked up on the internet about it, and it's one of the best IPAs, well, the most renowned IPAs in the world, apparently. According to this site, anyway.
You'll have to send me a message after the stream. Send me a message of a couple of these beers, and I'll message her and see if she can get hold of it. I might as well get Sank out of her going away. She's spending all my money.
Oh, God.
Not spending my money, actually. She's spending her own. Although some of it is mine.
Oh.
Yes, I will try to get to pick me some up, Leah. And I'm guessing Leah is Neil's missus.
Yes, it is. Neil's missus, because she's just put on. Neil bought loads of the IPA back from America in February.
Ah, right.
See,
where did they go?
I think it was New York. They went.
Ah, right. Yeah,
Where's the missus over there?
She's in Vegas.
Vegas. Spending all your money on the things.
Hey?
Spending all your money on the fruit machines.
Oh God, no, probably on bloody food, mate. Donuts and stuff. Donuts and anything sweet.
Oh, right. Crikey. Matthew says, I like the Broken Skull IPA, but the lager was very disappointing. It tastes like Budweiser.
Oh.
There you
I
go.
got to admit, we'll go to Budweiser, innit? I've had it on, used to drink Budweiser all the time and used to enjoy the bottles, but they've gone down, haven't they, in percentage?
Yeah.
But it's actually, some people have reviewed it on the machine and it got slated. I think it got slated because people just wanted to slate it because it's Budweiser, but I didn't think it was too bad on the machine. It was 5% on the machine, so.
What about the Bud Light? What did you think of that?
Oh, that was horrendous.
Was it?
I think that's the first time I've ever had Bud Light, and it's just a shit beer. Not even the PD could save that. Honestly, it was like tap water.
Yeah. Did you feel more angry though with the amount of money it cost you, or?
No, not really, because it wasn't that expensive in all fairness.
Yeah.
And obviously, I order and I get the discounts, so I make the most of it. So I do get. I think it worked out about 19 quid for the keg.
Oh, right.
By the time we get me discount and me keg return, so it's not a huge expense, really, is it?
No.
And I got to admit, it was more of a case of. I think that was more of a case of getting it just for a review. If I'm totally honest. It wouldn't have been one I would have been intrigued to try.
Yeah. I think if I had a PD, I don't think I would have bothered with it, but it's just Bud Light, isn't it?
Honestly, it's terrible. Terrible.
Was it better than the Tenants? If you had a choice.
No. I'd still rather Tenants, I think. Because it had a bit more flavour.
Yeah.
The Bud Light was just, honestly, it was like water with a little bit of a lemony kind of flavour in it. It's a terrible beer, and I can't see why people.
It's massive though, isn't it? You got the Bud Light, the Coors Light. It's massive, isn't it? I don't know. It's the way it's been put across and advertised. It must be.
I wouldn't want 10, 15 pints of it. I'd rather have 5 pints of Bud. I'd rather have a beer that's more enjoyable and have half the amount of it. To me,
yeah, definitely.
You know, I'd rather have 2 of these, but you couldn't do that on a barbecue, could you?
No. Leah says, "Love Vegas. Very jealous. Have either of us been? I haven't. Have you?"
I've been. I went with me missus 6 years ago because she has family out there. You see.
Yeah.
So we stopped there. So she stops with her auntie. So it's only a case of the flights. I've been once. I thought it was great, good fun. I think it's something you have to do.
Yeah.
It's one of them places you just have to go because everything.
To tick off the list.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Did you lose any money?
No, I'm not a big gambler, really. I didn't go nuts, really.
Neil says, have a look at Beers of America. That's the website I looked at last week. I do lots of American stuff on that.
Bit pricey, though. But then again, American beers are always going to be pricey coming over here, aren't they?
Yeah. See, that's a beer here, what Matthews mentions. Rolling Rock. I haven't seen that for ages.
God, yeah. That was a 90s job, wasn't it? The old green bottle.
Yeah. I've never, ever seen that for ages.
Passed ribbon. I've never had that, right? And me and the missus went to Hickory's about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? And they had it in a can, and it was like 470 ml can or something. Or 430 or American size. It's some weird thing, wasn't it? But they wanted £4.75 for it. I thought, I'm not fucking, because it's bound to be shit. I thought, I ain't spending that much on a shit beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's one of
them. So I paid
beers...
a £5 for a pint of Heineken.
It's one of them beers, I think, that if you pay a couple of quid for, you're happy doing just a couple of quid. But when it's getting close to a fiver, then it's shocking. I think Neil's commenting on the Broken Skull Lager, I think, on that one. He's come up. Matthew says, I've actually been to Founders Brewery in America, was there in 2019. Michigan, I can imagine the tap room is fantastic in Founders. I can just imagine.
But there's quite a few breweries in Vegas, apparently.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Dickie's Beer Reviews, an American chap.
Yeah.
Rod J Beer Ventures put me onto him. Yeah. And he recommended a few breweries that I should try and get beers from. So I need to forward that to me missus while she's over there and try and get a few different ones. And to be honest, she did say, she said, I'll try and bring you some back. I said, well, I'm not bothered. Like, it's up to you. So if she does it, you know, I can't get the blame, can I? If she comes home and the bank account will be cleared, won't it? Be empty. And she goes, well, you bought them. They're your beers.
That's a belter.
I'll be telling myself off, wouldn't I?
That's cracking, that. Can imagine the amount she's going to bring back, like.
Well, do you know what? What's really, we got these massive suitcases. We've got 2 huge ones. They are huge. And so because they're stopping with family, like she's gone with Courtney, the daughter, and her mother-in-law. Not mother-in-law, her mum. So obviously her mum would have just packed her own stuff and put it in her own suitcase. But my missus, basically, as her and Courtney haven't taken too much because they can wash everything there, you see. So one of the suitcases, like I said, is bloody huge. You know what I mean? I think it's virtually empty. And then the other one's only about half full. So they're going to be coming back with pancake mix and beer, and you can bring back shitloads. You can bring about 40 litres of beer back.
I didn't know what the limit is.
Yeah, it's about 40 litres, I think.
Never.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Neil or Leah.
Yeah,
probably answer that. But I think you can bring a fair amount back, you know.
Wow. I never knew that.
That's costing a fortune, wouldn't it?
It would. Definitely would. I think Spice and Easy's in the house, if I bring up the comment. Hello, Al, how you doing, mate? The best beer is the one you get your hands on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any beer is good. Well, that's not strictly true, is it?
Well, I think, you know, some of, you know, it's debatable. It's down to the individual.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I'll sit on the fence there.
There's beer.
Yeah.
And there's better beer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then there's really good beer, hopefully.
I think it's got to be a belter.
Yeah. I've had a quick nose at the label, and it does sound really good. So should be.
It says expect lovely warm smells of single malt Scotch, dark bourbon barrels, smoked sweet caramel, roasted malts, a bit of earthy spice, a scintilla of dark fruit.
A scintilla? What's a scintilla?
Yeah. I like to know. That's yeah, that's a new one.
It's a chinchilla of dark fruit.
A scintilla. I have to use that word. Use it for another review. That. Leo says he came back with 90% beer and overweight.
And overweight, yeah. That's the bit I'm worried about, actually, the overweight. Because you can be a little bit over, can't you? And then they want to charge you about 100 quid to get the case home.
Yeah, it will. Never mind.
And yet you can be sitting next to somebody, and I don't want to be rude about anyone or anything.
Yeah.
But say you've got a 22 kilogram case and I weigh 15 stone.
Yeah.
And there's a bloke next to me with a 22 kilogram case and weighs 18 stone.
Yeah.
How's that fair? Why can't I use the other 2 kilogram in my case?
Well, I'll totally agree
or 2
with
stone.
That.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Al just says, except Foster's. Yeah, I agree with that, Al.
Oh, God,
I bought a load of beer back from New York. My suitcase was 27 kilo, and I wasn't charged for it.
Result.
So if you go to, say, Spain, say, just, on a normal high day, it's 22, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think my missus has got 22 or 23 thing in her luggage. So.
Yeah, so that's all right. So, yeah. Well, you're with your beer anyway, Baz.
I'm empty, Mon.
Oh, God, hang on.
Hey, no, don't worry. You just chill out, Mon. You drink it as you drink it.
I'm drinking a Stella Unfiltered and really enjoying it. Like you do, but you make this taste absolutely fucking awesome, that will.
Yeah. Hey, that might even make that taste awesome yet, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I can see. It's quite decent, that. I've got to admit, I reviewed it a while ago, and I think I did say it was nice, but it had a little bit of a bog standard feel.
Yeah.
But when I drank it last night, I was like, that's bloody good. I'd had a few IPAs by then, so that's probably why.
I think Al's come up with a pronunciation for scintilla. Scintilla. Learn to pronounce tiny trace or spark of a specified quality or feeling. A scintilla, a stout. So what's that got to do with beer? I don't know. I'm not a...
Kick these intelligent ones off the channel, please.
Why?
Yeah, actually, yeah, keep them on. We might learn something.
Yeah, I might learn something after this. Definitely. Neil says, all right. And we've got a new one in the house. John78. Hello, mate.
John, how are you, John?
Used to drink Rolling Rock and Moosehead in the hipster wine bar in the 80s.
Hipster wine bar.
Hipster wine bar. God. Hipster wine bars. I remember Rolling Rock in the bars. I do. Yeah, but
John, tell me, did you ever go in the wine bar and go like that?
Plenty of times. Plenty of times. Go with me little Ben Sherman shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm done. Got the little chest out.
You wouldn't have had Ben Sherman's on, would you? You'd have had your Metallica t-shirts.
No, obviously, I was a bit of a townie when I was a kid. I used to go out in Ben Sherman's, but basically, what it was when I was in my teens, I was a little bit irresponsible money-wise. Anyway, my mates, we all went to the House of Fraser, right? House of Fraser, and they did a Fraser card, right? He had about 30% APR on it, something ridiculous. And all we did was we qualified to get these cards, and we ended up just going in, getting posh clobber, and just whacking up the bill and everything of it. No one had any intention in paying it. We were just
what a bad lad! It's no wonder you're a tight sob now, isn't it?
You're Ben Sherman from that. Those were the days, wasn't it?
I've never been one to buy fancy stuff.
No, I wasn't. I just thought, yeah, let's go out. Just pretend I'm a businessman or something, or own a company, or
I just used to go out to get drunk, mate.
Yeah, I did in the end. I was sick down most. I was sick down most of that stuff.
Sick down your Ben Sherman's.
Yeah, little YSL and all that.
Oh dear.
Those were the days. Right, I've got to finish this, and shall we go on with the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting these comments.
The facts in the other. That's it. Get your green raincoat on.
Yeah, get the Rolling Rock in one hand and File of Facts in the other. God, I'm not very good at getting these comments up. It's going a bit Pete Tong now. Look at the bloody comments. It'll come up in a minute. There you go. There's a comment. More about Samuel. I think the original American brew one is decent, but the UK Shepherd Neame in it. That.
Do you know what? Right? No word of a lie. Now I don't know what's happened with Samuel Adams. An American chap messaged me, and he collects English bottles.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I could send him a couple of bottles over.
All right.
Right, and he'd send me a couple of Samuel Adams glasses. Well, I said, me missus going to America, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
we'll sort it out that way. You know what I mean? I had to message him the other day. Now I've been to Sainsbury's in Oswald Street and Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
I've been to Tesco's in Shrewsbury, Morrison's in Oswald Street and Shrewsbury, Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencer's in Oswald Street and Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
I've been to Lidl's, Aldi's. I've been everywhere, and I can't find Samuel Adams anywhere. Asda, none in there. No Samuel Adams anywhere.
No
so
Boston
I wonder
Lager, anything.
No. So what's happened? Has it been?
I don't know. I knew Shep and Neem were brewing it, weren't they? They were doing it.
Yeah, but it used to be everywhere. It was like fucking dog shit, wasn't it? And I went to everywhere and I could not find it. I've been everywhere and I could not find it.
It used to be everywhere. There was dog shit everywhere, but now I just can't find any.
You can't find it now because everyone keeps picking it up. Because you get fined. Maybe I need to look in the bins for some Samuel Adams Boston Lager. It might be in there. I don't know.
It's like dog shit. Can't find any.
You can't find any. It used to be though, didn't it? They used to have it in Lidl's and that all the time.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I just can't.
Afternoon, Paul.
How do Paul? Paul's probably pissed. He's probably had about 9 pints by now.
Yeah, he's on the camping, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He took his machine with him, didn't he?
Yeah. Beardy, hello, mate. How you doing, Brett?
How are you, Brett?
How you doing? Hey, Al's come up with something.
Tesco's will sell it. I'm telling you, I went there. I went to Tesco's in Shrewsbury, a big Tesco's as well.
It was an extra.
No, the 24-hour ones, the big bucket.
Well, maybe someone
extra.
Extra. Maybe someone at Samuel Adams has seen you on YouTube and think, well, we're not going to stock them anywhere near that bloke.
Yeah, probably. yeah, it could be. Yeah, I was going because I was going to buy a couple of bottles and then obviously drink them, and then the missus would take them over, and I was going to get a couple of Samuel Adams glasses. The bloke actually put 5 different Samuel Adams glasses up, and he said you can have them all if you want. I was like, I don't need that many. I'll have a couple though.
Right. So Matthew says Lidl's get it in on the American weeks. Leah has said she's seen it in Tesco and Asda. Must be you, mate.
It must be where I am, but honestly, I looked absolutely everywhere.
Brett
Mental.
says, God, get on there. Separately, mate, angry, I believe maybe they import it.
Yeah. I've had the Angry Orchard cider, had the hard cider.
Yeah, I like that. That. It's not strong either, but it's good. It's good. Makes you angry as well.
Yeah. Where did I had it somewhere? I went somewhere. Frankie and Benny's, I think I went there, and they had Samuel Adams on tap.
Frankie and Benny's. John 78 says, you want to bring it up, had a load of Samuels and home bargains.
I never went in there, you know. I don't enough bloody running around, going to Shrewsbury and everything. That's 40-mile round trip to every fucking shop.
Hell. Going up and down the
country. It's 20 miles to Shrewsbury. So yeah, you know. Went shopping as well.
Are you ready for this then?
Yes. Let's get me glass. Let's get me bottle opener.
I've got me glass. I've got me bottle opener.
I got me branded glass. All the beer no idea. You can buy from my channel for $19.99.
That's a bit of a plug.
It comes with a free silver bottle opener.
Oh, does it? Does it really?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll match that. Oh, I'll match that. Look at this. Courtesy of Jersey, if Jersey's watching this, solid silver Northern Southerner. Solid silver Northern Southerner.
You nicked that from Betty's Tea Rooms.
Oh, stuck a label on it.
With the spoon and the knife and fork.
Solid silver.
Solid.
Yeah.
Own bargains, $1.99.
Right, better open it then.
Yeah, I got a guess now. Right then, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, cat. Come on.
There's the crown. I've got the crown.
Yeah. Even though you do it, I'll do it as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's from watching Terry Kay all them years ago. That was. I used to do that. Crown.
Let's get it poured then, isn't it? You can have a sniff if you want. I just like pouring it, I do.
Yeah, let's pour it in. Let's pour it in. There we go. In she goes. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
That's a lovely colour.
That is lovely, isn't it? It's not black though, is it? It's kind of
like deep chestnut, isn't it? It's like Conker, isn't it? Conker brown.
Conker brown. Conker brown.
Yeah.
What did everybody used to call me? Conker brown at school. Put in the comments. I got
Conker brown. Yeah, you get that whiskey in there, didn't you?
Oh, it's just that sweet whiskey, isn't it? It's just it's lovely.
Get caramel, big malty.
Oh yeah. Vanilla. Oh yeah, vanilla out of that.
Yeah, well, I think there's a bit of vanilla in there. I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm getting too. It smells nice.
Earthy, peaty kind of thing, isn't it? You get that sort of barrel.
Get that ageness there.
Yeah.
Sappy wood type.
Sappy. That's a good one there. You do get the sappy.
And it's also scintilla.
It's got a scintilla of dark fruit there, pal.
Oh. I couldn't have said that better.
I'm not actually. I wouldn't say I'm getting a dark fruit in there, really. I don't know.
It smells decent, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be one of them. I can tell by the smell.
What's the ABV on this?
11%. Yeah, and it says it's a barrel-aged porter on the back.
Oh, porter.
Yeah. That little bit. See it? That little circle bit there. Where are we? Hang on there.
Oh, I can't see.
That
me eyes pop. Oh yeah, I just about see it with me eyes.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm on the wrong bloody thing there. Where are we? I can't find my bloody camera.
Only camera.
It's a porter anyway.
It's a porter. It's a porter. It is.
Smells good anyway, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah. Shall we go in?
Let's go in.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that bourbon there's a bit.
It kicks at the end, doesn't it, for me?
Yeah.
You feel it, can't you?
It's what I could do with this one being aged for about 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go in again.
Get that lovely warmth feel.
Yeah. Right at the back end, that whiskey bourbon really comes through, doesn't it? And you get the percentage.
Down there, doesn't it? Hits you down there.
Warm in there.
Yeah. A warming beer on a hot day.
That was sensible, wasn't it? Good body on it.
It is.
Nice body on it.
Got a lovely warmth. It's a lovely warmth to this. Warmthness to this.
And you get the caramel in the taste.
Oh, you do get tons of that. I'm getting tons of caramel.
Yeah. Smooth.
It's like a millionaire shortbread with bits stuck in it. Isn't it?
You know what? For me, not being a big whiskey bourbon fan, the best part of this beer is at the start for me. And the longer you hold it in your mouth, you get more of the sweet thing, don't you?
Yeah. I'll get a bit of maple syrup for me in this.
Yeah.
Coming through. It is really nice. I like it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, there's sort of like a caramel maple syrup kind of thing going on, isn't it?
It's really, really.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, you have a few of these, you know about, wouldn't you?
I'd struggle to drink a few of them, I would. Unless they were all about 5 years old and all the whiskey sort of wears off a little bit. But that's a decent drop, that, isn't it?
It is decent. Yeah, it is
decent. And it says on the back about kickback sipper, made to excite the palate.
Definitely. To really appreciate it, you can't really knock it back, can you? It's one of them. Just got to take your time with. Cause...
Decent body, super smooth.
Yeah.
Nice and soft in the mouth as well.
Yeah. Because you want to get them flavours developing. And I suppose you're not going to get them flavours developing if you just knock the bugger back.
Yeah. Getting a bit of dark fruit in there.
Mm.
When I sort of run it around the mouth, you sort of get that dark fruit on the back end. Sort of like a plummy kind of thing I'm getting on it. Yeah. That sort of... That's decent.
Would you buy this one again?
I would buy it, but like I say, I would age that.
I think it would. Yeah, I would.
I would have to age it because, like I say, I'm not a fan of that sort of bourbon whiskey thing myself, which seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Because I've gone and bought the fuckers. Why would you do that?
For me, the winner's the caramel. I think the caramel for me is the real big flavour in that.
Yeah.
And it's got like binding all them other flavours together for me.
Yeah. When you hold it in your mouth, that sweetness just lingers. I know that sounds a bit daft, but the flavour never really goes.
No. No, it doesn't.
That's when I could just sit and hold in my mouth constantly. You definitely get the 11%.
I'm a big fan of Founders barrel-aged stuff. I think, for me personally, I think they've always been very good. I think they're, out of all the American beers and that, if I want barrel-aged, I always think of Founders. To be honest, it's one of them breweries I really look out for.
Yeah.
I
got 2 others in the fridge.
Yeah.
Are there, so I'm looking forward to them. One's Velvet Rush. I think Matthew's had that one, and there's another one as well. So I'm looking forward to them. I think they're all barrel-aged ones. So
yeah, I mean, I've yet to try the CBS, the Canadian stout from
breakfast stout. Yeah. That might be one I've got in there actually. I could be wrong.
I think you can get it in Amazon.
Right.
For £8 a bottle, because I think they stopped making it
a
while back. But I've always loved the KBS, and I did do another one. What Matthew sent me, I don't know if I got the bottle. I might not have the bottle, which was a really good one. Where is it? Don't think I've got it no more. I can't remember the name of it either. I can't remember the name of it either. But it was really good.
That's how good it was. Yeah. Was it a forgettable beer?
Yeah. No, it was really, really good. I just can't remember the name of it. But no, that was lovely.
Still got the head staying there as well. I'm surprised there's head staying on it actually.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these tend to sort of disappear, don't they?
Yeah, usually it's I find with the alcohol level, you don't really get much head on stuff where it's got a lot of alcohol in.
Yeah.
But that is the lacing of the beer around the glass. It's quality stuff, like.
That's quality.
Beautiful. Imagine getting that one. Yeah, imagine getting out on the PD.
Cool fucking hell. You wouldn't have a best before date on it, would you?
I'll just better run through these comments because we're getting a stack now. Yeah, it's
ABV 11%. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew. Okay, mate. All the best. Cheers for this.
Cheers, Matthew. Thanks for joining in, mate.
Yeah, our local Frank closed down and replaced it with Burger King. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a
Mind
bit
you,
of
I do like a Burger King.
Yeah. My local, but it says 5 guys took half. My local got closed down, and 5 guys took half, and Starbucks took over the other half.
Yeah. The Frankies and Benny's in Shrewsbury, that closed down as well with the COVID and that. There's quite a few that disappeared. How do, Mark?
How do, Mark? How you doing?
I thought it was going to be Mark JML. I thought he was going to tell us something then.
Where did you get this beer from? I got mine sent by Matthew. Where did you get
I
this
got
from,
this
mate?
from Beer Hop, which is now closed. They shut down, so they were doing a sale. Should have been $6.95, I think it was, and it was $4.95. So it was worth picking up as a one-off, wasn't it?
It is. Spice and Easy says, Barry, is that a Tesco glass?
No, it's actually my own one. My missus got it for me, as it happens. Believe it or not, it is engraved, all the beer, no idea on it. Barry's beer, all the beer, no idea. My missus got it for me for Christmas. May well be from Tesco's, I don't fucking know.
Took it to some.
And then had it engraved, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think she got it off Amazon. So.
Yeah, took it to a dyslexic engraver or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, I've got a list of questions up here. What's your favourite local brewery?
Favourite local brewery?
Yeah.
Where I live, I'm not really blessed with loads. Sort of in the sticks a bit, aren't I? So, I mean, local for me, obviously got Stonehouse, which you had their 2 thongs. Funny enough, before we go any further, they're rebrewing it. So it's coming out again this year. I'll send you another bottle, man.
Oh, well, wicked. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
That's decent, wasn't it?
That was a killer.
Yeah. So, yeah, Stonehouse, they're the local. They're sort of like really local. They're literally a mile. I go from like 2 roundabouts and I'm there from where I live. So I can be there in 5 minutes. That's probably my favourite sort of local.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Polly's. That's about 40 miles away.
Is it? Have
Polly's,
you been to Polly's? Or?
No, I do plan on going there, though. I want to go there. Llandudno, when I've been there, obviously Wild Horse Brewing are decent. Snowdon Craft Brewery. But you're talking hour and a quarter drive, so not really local. But I mean, Polly's are probably the biggest name, really. Sort of local.
Wow, right. I never knew you were that near to them.
Yeah. And like I say, Stonehouse is literally 5 minutes. I'm going to a brewery tour actually with the father-in-law next Saturday. We're doing a brewery tour there. So we'll end up having a few pints there and then a bite to eat as well. And I'm going to try and get Stonehouse on actually. I want to try and do a live and do a bit of a Q&A with the people who run it. So,
that'd be good for you. That'd be
good for them, and hopefully it'd be quite interesting to see what they got to say. Really,
yeah.
I've had a chat with the main bloke who owns it. They're Australian, as it happens. He is, which would, as you know, because you've had a couple of their beers. They use Australian hops and and the 2 thongs thing, the names and all that lot is very sort of Australian, isn't it? So
that's a beer you sent. Was it called the Sundowner or something? It was a
Sunlander, yeah.
Sunlander, that was it. Yeah.
Pale ale. That's nice. That was nice little easy-going drink. I drink that quite often actually if I go there.
Yeah.
If there's nothing new.
Yeah. Do they bring out quite a lot? A lot of new stuff, or is it kind of like a case of rebrewing?
They've got their core range that they've had for a long time, which is always traditional stuff. They do like a porter, they do bitter, they do like a lager. You had the lager as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was it called? Palace Bay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was it. Yeah.
They have their core range, and then when COVID sort of kicked in, the Sun actually went online and looked about doing new stuff, and that's where all their new ones have come from. They've done the German Dunkel, they've done the double IPA, they do session IPAs, hazy bloody you know, they dabble now. They have a good mix, so it's good.
That's
and they're only about £2.50 for a big bottle, and that's direct from them.
That's what you need, isn't it? You need to have beers produced which are affordable but good in a way.
Yeah, he said to me, I spoke to him one day, and he was saying, I actually said to him, "You're too cheap." I said, "You're doing pretty much pint bottles for £2.50 at the time they were. I think they've gone up to £3 now." And he said, "We don't need to charge anymore." He said other breweries take the piss when they're charging £4, £5, £6 a can. They're taking the piss, really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good point. Definitely. But
I suppose everything's gone up now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I would say it's everything hasn't it? That's to do with everything. Fuel is the bane of everything, isn't it? Because the fuel prices do determine exactly on price of anything. You know, fuel to get supplies to the brewery, even. You know, it's everything. Mark J.
Just get rid of the father-in-law.
It says a Sunday afternoon pint of PD Lowenbrow.
Ah, it's a belter, that is. I love that on PD. It was the first. Do you know what? That was the first keg I ever had on PD. When I ordered my first system, which was just over 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Because funny enough, I've had memories on Facebook from 4 years ago. Was when I built my first little bar in the corner. So I had my PD then, and yeah, I was blown away. I ordered Lowenbrow, Quack. Those were my first 2 kegs. Now I went from drinking sort of basic stuff to sort of drinking Leffe in bottles and that when I went to the father-in-law's and German beers. And I was enjoying them. And when I had Lowenbrow, I was like, fucking hell, that is amazing. And then when I had Quack, I was like, oh my God.
It's a different world altogether.
Oh, it was. And now look at me. An alcoholic.
I mean, I never saw Lowenbrow for years. It kind of like went off the radar for a while, didn't it, Lowenbrow, in the 90s?
It was never about. I moved up here in sort of 87. Yeah. So I was 15, just coming 16. Yeah, I was going around the pubs, but Lowenbrow wasn't round here. It was always sort of Wrexham Lager. Yeah. Which used to be really shit. I've sent you Wrexham Lager, you've had that, and it's quite decent, 5%. It's decent, now, back then, it was 3.8%. It was fucking shite.
Terrible.
So we never had anything really decent. Used to get like bitters and milds and that. So I would drink them generally. But never had sort of Lowenbrow when I was younger. So I only really had it when I got this. And fuck, it's banging. Like they had it in Lidl's, didn't they? They had 12 packs in there at one point. 3.5%.
Yeah. I have a friend
5.2 on the PD.
Germany. Yeah, I've had a friend in Germany who sent me a can of the German one. It was 5 point something.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute lovely beer.
Yeah, yeah.
I think especially with Germany, I think they're the best producers of proper lagers where I'm concerned. And the Czechs for the
they don't really have a bad lager, do they?
No. I mean, there's lagers which don't really do much for me. I'll say one of them's, I know that everybody, well, I think I'm the only reviewer who didn't like it, was the Wallsteiner. But I never really hit home with me. Bitburger was another one as well. It never really.
Bitburger, I like that. Funny enough, I'm going to get Bitburger on this machine behind me.
Oh, what?
I'm going to get it in keg, see what it's like. And I want to get Warsteiner on there as well, because again, I've had Bitburger in a can. I liked it. I'm certain, well, from what I remember of the review, I did like it, but I don't think it sort of blew my mind.
No.
Warsteiner in a bottle, I enjoyed, but when I done the can was, I swear the can was 10 times better. because I picked some up from.
Well, I might try the can next time. Next time, I think I will go for the can. I've done the Crombacker, and the Crombacker.
That's bloody good as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the can version I wasn't too keen on, but the bottle version I was. It's a bit strange.
Yeah. I don't think I've had the can. Had it out the keg though.
Yeah.
I've had the keg. I had the 5 litre mini keg actually, yeah. And I didn't have the machine then, so when I reviewed it, it was literally, you know, they're pre-gassed, aren't they? So yeah, that was really good.
So what's your favourite stout?
Favourite stout?
Yeah.
Oh God. I'll probably forget some. The one that sticks out for me, favourite stout, I think the one that has been that Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout. That was banging. That was banging. Bourbon County, when I reviewed this over Christmas, it was 5 years old then. That was really good, but a different kind of drink to drink.
Yeah.
But the Samuel Smith's was lovely. There's probably fucking 5 or 6 others I'm forgetting about because you just drink so much different stuff. But the Samuel Smith's is certainly one that stands out to me. What about you?
I think it's, when I look back over, you know, the stouts I've done, I think I'm the same. My reaction to that Samuel Smith's was not like any other beer I put on the channel. I weren't expecting, because I wasn't expecting it to be any good. Well, I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to be wow.
To me, it wasn't synthetic chocolate, was it?
No.
It was all chocolate malts.
Yeah.
And you had such a big, decent beer.
Yeah.
For little money.
Yeah.
For very little money.
I couldn't believe how good that beer was, to be honest. Or is. I mean, Samuel Smith's have done, you know, overall, you know, their beers are pretty safe. Some of them are good. Some of them, I'll say they're good. I wouldn't say they're exceptional, but their exceptional beers really do that kind of like floored me. I couldn't believe how good that beer was. When I did the Nut Brown Ale as well, that was another one which kind of like stuck out.
Yeah.
But you know, that was. I sometimes watch back at that video I did of it. Just, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how good it was.
I mean, the cherry chocolate one from Vocation I really liked, but again, that's a barrel aged one. So they are different beers, aren't they? I mean, that was a great beer in its own right, but that Samuel Smith's, you could session. Yeah,
you could. It's only 5%.
Yeah.
So you could have a few of them and really, really enjoying it. We got a new comment from Craig. Hello, mate. Sam Smith's dark beers are really good. Taddy Porter. Yeah, I like the Taddy Porter.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of agree with the lighter stuff from what I've had. I've not had the fruit beers that you've had, but I was a little bit disappointed with the lager. I was a little bit disappointed with it. Again, it was one of them that was, it was nice, a bit like this, as I said to you before. It was nice, but it had that little average edge to it, bog standard kind of feel to it, and it just took the shine off it. The IPA wasn't what I was expecting, I guess. I suppose that's just down to me, but it was more traditional, old school, wasn't it?
It was.
Nice enough.
I haven't had the pale ale yet, but I will be doing it in a few weeks. It's kind of like, they'll be good, but it'll be kind of like nothing else. It's going to be a good beer.
Solid beer, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not going to be terrible. It's going to be good.
Yeah, one you've seen 100 times before, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably a bit better than that sort of standard.
Yeah, I've seen it 100 times before, but I never bothered picking it up. So I thought, if I pick this one up, then I've done all the beers apart from the ciders they do. So I'm gonna do that in a couple of weeks. What's your favourite IPA? And there's a million.
I'll tell you what. It's hard because I've got some good ones.
Yeah.
Vocation, Life and Death.
Mm.
I think there was one of Scott's challenges, the £10 Tesco one or something. I think that was one I picked up because it's just such a solid beer. It's very piney, and I love that in a beer. So that would be up there. It's not necessarily. I don't know. It just suits my palate. That does. So I like that one. I love Lagunitas as well, and I get that on the blade. I've got a keg of that actually on the blade. I really like that. Crew Republic, Drunken Sailor. Again, that's another PD one. That's really good, but they're big, heavier ones, aren't they? If you're looking sort of lighter IPAs, take some thinking now.
There's a ton of them, isn't there? There's a ton of them.
Club Tropica, I like that as well.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe I shouldn't like it. I'll tell you what I do really like, actually. And again, it's another one on PD. Is Pineapple Express.
I like that, but it was in the can.
Absolutely love that. 6.2% is fucking nowhere, and you can drink it. You honestly, I mean, it's seriously dangerous. I think because I even give that to the father-in-law. I think I've done my review on that. I had a couple of pints out of him, and we went to their house, and I took the keg there for him to try. And even he, he's into his German beers, the Leffe as well, Belgium stuff. Not so much craft, but he had that, and he was like. He said, "Oh God, yeah." He said, "I like that," and I think the sweetness in it just gives you something a little bit different. So, but again, it's 6.2, so it's kind of sessionable, but dangerous. IPA, I can't think of any. IPAs don't tend to be weak, do they?
No, I mean, I levitate towards if I was just drinking, I levitate towards something like St. Austell's Proper Job. I mean that's one I forgot, to be honest. The traditional IPA to me. I mean a lot of these craft beer IPAs, your double IPAs, some of them are fantastic, but some of them a little bit too much, a little bit too far.
The Proper Job is probably the best value IPA in the supermarket.
Have you tried the black one, the
black IPA? I've got it in my fridge. I happened when I was doing my big trip looking for fucking Boston Lager. I found that in Sainsbury's, so I've got it in the fridge to do. So I'm looking forward to that.
I like that. I like that beer. I'm a big black IPA fan, but it's actually I think it's the first black IPA I did on my channel when it first came out. I really loved it. Matthew Barker says, "Go on."
No, go on.
Mrs.
I'll let you get the comment out of the way, and then I'll dive in there quickly.
Mrs. in TK Maxx, so I'm getting dragged around, and I've got my earpods watching her live.
Watching the live.
That's
commitment, that is, lad.
That's commitment, mate.
Remember, though, if you're watching us, you're not watching the bank card.
Oh, yes. I'm hoping they bring Pineapple Express out this year, Baz. Massive fan of Club Tropicana.
Oh, yeah. I've got to admit, I know Tiny Rebel gets slated, don't they, now? But...
they're going to be lumped together with Brewdog, which is a little bit of an unfair comparison, I think. For them.
Yeah. I mean, Brewdog, fucking... Again, Punk IPA. I only ever had it when it was 5.6%, and that I thought that was a nice drinkable beer, really nice drinkable beer. But now it's fucking awful.
Everything about that brewery, I just don't bother with no more. I think, me personally, I think I can use my time and energy in doing beers from other breweries which deserve.
Sunlight behind.
I mean, I could pour my energy into doing beers from breweries which don't get a shout out. A good job. And I think I've just exhausted myself with Brewdog. I've said now that I only do a Brewdog beer if it's given to me because I just it's the same story with them all the time. It's like deja vu when I open a bottle or a can from them. It's the same issues. It's everything. I'm repeating myself all the time.
That West Coast that I done, Puppet Master, was awful.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine.
I don't do West Coast particularly because they're very bitter, and so it's not a style I'm a big fan of. But even I found that too sweet. It had no bitterness. There was nothing there.
Exactly.
Now, if somebody who doesn't like the style says that, how is somebody who loves the style, like Scott, for example?
Yeah.
He ain't going to react he ain't going to be any kinder than me, is he?
No, of course he isn't. We got a long comment. I better get rid. You don't see black IPAs around much. I watched the Brew York stream, and they said they love making those styles and brown ales, but they just don't sell much, which is why it's only limited releases, which is fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah. Brown ales. I love a dark beer.
Yeah.
Love a dark beer.
Definitely.
It just makes a change, doesn't it, from everything else?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm a big sucker for traditional beers like that, brown ales, and there's great breweries, in regional breweries will do great examples of them as well. All over the north. So I'm hopefully going to try and do more of that type of style over the few months, because I think breweries need a bit of a shout out, I think, apart from the brew dogs.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, but I was talking to Dean the other day, and he's sending me some beers because I sent him some. And I was around the supermarkets again. It was when I was looking for all that lot. I couldn't find a mild in the supermarkets.
Not even a bank mild or
any mild. I couldn't find a mild in the supermarkets because I said to him, there was a drink I used to drink years ago, and it was a brown and mild. So you'd have a bottle of Man's Brown, and half a mild. Yeah, lovely drink. Not overly strong. Put the pounds on as well, I tell you, because you could fucking drink a few. And he actually said to me, "Leave it with me." So I think when I get the box, there could be a brown and mild review coming.
There might be a box full of milds.
Yeah,
box full of them. he sent me one from Hook Norton, which is a mild, and that was a good. Yeah. You might get that.
I love a mild.
Yeah, I do.
I love a mild. What I was going to go back to quickly before you get more comments up.
No, that's all right.
Was you said about local breweries, your favourite ones. I'm not sure if I sent you anything from them, but it was Chapel Brewery.
Wasn't it a black IPA?
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, it was good.
That was bloody good. And what I asked this bloke about the brewery, if you like, because he's from the little village where it is.
Yeah.
And I said, is it an old chapel that they brew it in? And he said, no, it's a bloke in his garage. He actually lives down a road called Chapel Lane, and it's a bloke who just done brews on his own, and it was getting sold in some of the local independent supermarkets. So that black IPA was basically somebody in his own fucking shed.
It was a belter. That was really good.
And that was probably one of my favourite black IPAs I've ever had.
Yeah, that was a belter. Hello, Geordie. How you doing?
Hey, Geordie's in.
Hey, up, Matthew's got something about. There's a new Brewdog can called 50 Cuts or something. It's a porter, 7.5%. Supposed to be good.
I mean, the dark beers are generally. I'll tell you that was a belter. I thought that collab they done with Evil Twin Roaster Coaster.
Yeah,
Vietnamese coffee stout. I thought that was
that was a bit of a game changer in the supermarkets. That one, I think, it was the first real
high strength on it. Really, I think.
Yeah, it was the first real proper craft beer, if you want to call it that, in the supermarket for me. He had them before, but it was one what you'll always remember. I've got it up there somewhere. Yeah, somewhere in there.
The coffee in that was fantastic, I thought.
Yeah,
absolutely belting.
Those were the good old days, though, weren't it?
Yeah.
Now, Geordie says there's a Neapolitan ice cream beer in Hobart from Salgatuck. I think I might have that somewhere.
Yeah, I
I'll have a
think
look.
Dean done one from them. They're American, aren't they?
Mm.
I think
I
Dean's
know.
done. Have you done one?
No, I got sent a couple. There's one with looks like a bloke in a Hawaiian shirt on the can. Yeah, I think I have got it. I think I have got that. I'll give that a go. Maybe next week.
They won't have it where I am, will they? Can't even get Samuel Adams.
That is weird, isn't it? Ain't that weird?
That's mental. Mental.
It's
Anyway,
mental.
we're going off of me.
Well,
I'll let you carry on, mate.
What we got? We got Matthew Barker, the Nitro Jet Black Heart. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that. I wasn't blown away by it, I don't think, but it was nice. It was decent.
Decent enough.
I think the roaster coaster is the standout one.
Yeah, it's Salga is from Michigan in America.
Michigan, yeah.
Apparently, I didn't know that.
Funny enough, you saying about me favourite stout, saying the Samuel Smiths again, probably is. But that roaster coaster, mentioning it now, that would be up there as well.
I think for me the Imperial Curse as well. Even though these barrel-aged, wasn't it? That was a bit special as well, wasn't it? Really.
I mean, I'm not a big cherry fan.
No.
And I bought them. I got the banana one and that. I love bananas, but I actually thought the cherry one was better than the banana one. So I think that says how good that beer was. And I bought a can for the in-laws. Again, they don't know about craft stuff. Well, they do, but they're not. You know what I mean? They're 70 odd.
Yeah.
So, and I bought my can to try it, and it's a regular thing now. If the mother-in-law goes to Tesco, she normally picks 4, 5, 6 up, and they have it. You know, they keep it for it's one of them. I think they have a can between them at night or something. If there's a bit of a wind down beer, so it says how good it is, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. I have to recommend Brew York's Imperial Tom Coco if you've had that one. The Imperial one.
I've not. I tried the normal one when I worked in Landidno a couple of months ago. I went out with the people I was working for to a little micro bar, and they had the Tom Coco in there, the standard one, and that was decent.
Yeah,
only about 4%. Only 4.3.
Yeah, the Imperial. I think I've got it there, 7.5. But I think it's their best beer. Brew York's best beer, the Imperial. It's funny. There's some breweries, they have a real standout beer for me, and there's a lot of beers which, they're kind of like don't really, sit right with me in a way.
Yeah.
You always think of one beer with one brewery, and for me, the Imperial Tom Coco from Brew York is definitely the best beer for them. But no, I mean, was it Witchwood or Green King? There you go. There's a question for you.
Do you know what? I've not really had much of either, but I would probably say Witchwood over Green King.
Witchwood,
not because Witchwood are any good; they're just probably better than Green King. The ones I've had from Green King have been fucking shite.
It's got twigs.
I think I've done. I can't think which one it was now. I did do a Witchwood beer. I've done a couple.
Yeah.
I've done the stout. I wasn't impressed with that. I think I've done the Ruby. I think it was.
Yeah.
One of their beers anyway, and I thought it was all right.
It's the labels what done it for me. Them they changed the labels on them, didn't they? They look really bad.
Yeah.
Like kids' drawings.
Yeah, I think people have said it about Vocation, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Brewdog. They make them too polished. They're not rough around the edges, and it loses that appeal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does with me. I like to have,
it's too clean and everything, and you just kind of go, it's not the same, is it?
Mm.
Women, you can have your David Beckhams, but they like a chunky old rough-looking bugger, don't they? Like us.
Of course they do. Of course they do. They want somebody, like me.
Well, that's it, yeah. If we had Beckham's money, he wouldn't stand a chance.
I've just got a comment.
Like it rough and ready.
I've gone from this to this.
God dear. What, in one mouthful? Have you finished that now, have you?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice. I've still got a bit. I'm talking too much, aren't you? And you're drinking because I'm fucking talking. You're thinking, shut up, Baz. You're doing me head in.
All right. Standard Todd Cocoa on the cask is amazing.
Yes,
says Matthew.
That's what I had. It was.
It's definitely a good beer, that one. The Madry Lager from Asda's seemed to be popular. Oh, don't start me on this. I put my review up yesterday, swearing my head off in it.
Do you know what? It appeared, didn't it? And it's like, again, it's like fucking dog shit. Isn't it? It's every fucking where now. Wherever you go, you see it. I had it in.
I absolutely ripped it into shreds. I
saw your review. I had it in. There was a new bar that sort of opened in my little town.
Yeah.
And me and the missus went there to have a look, and they had Star of Praman on, this, that, and the other, and they had Madry on. We're going back 18 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And I had it in there, and I wasn't impressed with it then.
Shocking. But it's the 6th biggest selling beer in the UK, world lager wise. It's just goes to show what marketing can do, can't it, really?
It's average stuff, isn't it? It's another one of them beers, isn't it? Yeah. It's going to appeal to somebody who wants to have 10, 15 pints of it of a night.
God, I dread to think. I don't know if I'll get through 2.
And the thing is, they'll be paying top price for that, won't they? Because it's like you said, it's fashionable, isn't it? So they're going to be paying £5 a pint. Isn't they?
Yeah, they will do. Neil Morgan says, where can I find some Founders beers? House of Trembling Madness. I think they do. Neil.
Yeah. Beers of Europe, maybe. Yeah, I know America's not Europe, but they're bound to have some American beers on there.
Yours?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Stella.
Yeah.
Skunky. The unfiltered one is nice. Geordie, I've just done a video with the unfiltered as well. Yes, you totally agree. The unfiltered is a lot better.
Get the advert going. A quick advert. Commercial break. Come and look at this video now.
No, don't. It's not even up yet. I'll check out your...
There you are.
Simo's woken up.
Simo.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
How do
Congratulations on your 500.
500, yeah.
Stream. Yeah. Enjoyed your stream Friday, and I enjoyed your one last night as well on that chili beer.
I was being well behaved. I was on Friday. I wasn't having a beer, so I never got involved.
If you go into a restaurant bar, that Madry will be £5 to £6.
Yeah, it will, won't it? Peroni's the same, though, isn't it? Go to Prezzo's, Peroni. A bottle you can buy for £2 in Tesco's. About in my local one, my Prezzo's £6.60. I think
it's disgusting.
Or £6.70. Fucking hell!
What a markup on that.
I know. Take the piss. Brewed in Burton-on-Trent, probably as well.
Simo says he's proper hanging. He's proper hanging.
Proper hanging.
He's proper.
He'll be hanging if Man City don't win that league, won't he?
Oh, dearie me. Don't worry, Simo. Liverpool got the Saints on Tuesday. I'm expecting another 9-0 drubbing.
Well, we got Forest, didn't we? We lost our first leg yesterday.
Yeah, I saw bits of that.
Well, a bad game, to be fair.
No, it looked all right. Why are you hanging, Simo? That's a bit of a strange one.
Because he had too much beer, Mon.
Yeah, I've seen Corona £6 for a pint on draft at the Solid Rock Cafe.
Now.
£6 for Corona.
Mate, I can get Corona on my machine, and if I get discount and everything, it comes in at about 24, 25 quid for 10 pints. So, when you look at the difference.
Yeah. Leah says, Simo, get some grease down, yeah?
Yeah, listen to Leah, mate. She knows the score.
Yeah, listen to the
Sounds
woman.
like my kind of girl, she does. Get the greasy breakfast in you.
You will do what you're told.
Yeah.
Bloody mental, lol, says Geordie. I I had a pint of that Madri at the beach last weekend. It was about £5 a pint.
You're going to be paying £5, isn't it? Every fucking day of the week. My missus got a bottle in the fridge, actually, as it happens. I haven't reviewed it. Maybe I should drink the fuck and review it.
I think you should. I'd love to see your take on it, to be honest.
Well, funny, it's 660ml bottle, and it costs £2.
Yeah.
And they're talking about £5 for a pint.
Yeah, what a markup. Matthew says that Madrid has just come out of nowhere, but it's aimed at people who think they are special. I think it's aimed at people. I think it's aimed at people who think they are special, but everybody else think they're stupid.
It's aimed at people who wear tweed.
You know, I like to go out my tweed, being a Yorkshireman. You know,
you look a twat in your tweed.
Yeah, black cap, you know, waistcoat.
You'll have to dye the beard though, mate.
I mean, I'll have to, definitely.
Yeah. Nice
right, got another question for you. Guinness or Murphy's?
Bloody hell, I ain't had Murphy's for ages.
There you go.
God. I haven't had it, so I can't really say. Like I said, I haven't had it for ages. I keep seeing Caffrey's about, and I keep meaning to pick Caffrey's up to do. I would probably say Guinness between the two, but again, I'm not a big Guinness fan, really. I know a lot of people like it, but again, like you say, it's too smooth, it's too clean. Drinks like a dream, and it looks beautiful, but I don't think there's any flavour in it. It's like milk.
Well,
it literally not only does it drink like milk, but it fucking tastes like milk. To me, it does, with a bitter edge. That's it, a roasty edge.
Well, apparently Leah says she loves a bit of tweed on a farmer.
She'll be on the Madri later.
She might already be on it.
she'll have her wax coat on as well.
Yeah, the old barber jacket on.
Legs crossed, sitting in a field with a glass of Madri.
Yeah. Well, sort of dressing Neil up as we're talking to wellies and barber jacket.
Shotgun over his shoulder.
Matthew says Murphy's. Geordie says Murphy's. No, I haven't had Murphy's before. I don't know why, just haven't tried it.
There's that many beers. Christ, there's only so much you can drink, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah,
it really
definitely.
Is. I'm finding that out now after 2 years.
Matthew Barker says Guinness is the most overrated beer I've ever had.
Yeah. And Guinness isn't the same, is it? 4%. And it now is 4.1. Used to be 5. And I think that's the thing.
Yeah. You can't really call something a stout, which is only 4%, can you, really?
No. Everything's just... And I don't care what anyone says. I know people say, oh, well, I don't want a strong beer. As soon as you change that beer, lower the percentage, the beer's a different beer. It's not the same beer.
Nah.
And it ruins it for me. Myself.
Is it now? Geordie says, Madri Lager, it's made for the Amish.
Geordie, have a look for Weird Al Yankovic. He done a song. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Yeah, he does parody, doesn't he? And he done, funny enough, he done a parody of Gangster's Paradise. And it's called Amish Paradise. So have a look for that on the internet, because that's funny as hell.
I will do.
You just mentioned it, Amish.
You've got to review this beer today. You got to.
What, the Madri?
Yeah.
I'll have to get another bottle in before she comes home. She'll fucking strangle me. Not that she'll drink it.
You'll be doing her a favour.
Do you know what? My missus, God, she mental, right? I bought she don't drink much, my missus.
No.
Right? She's one of them that likes to store stuff but never use it. Right? So it goes past its date, right? Now, there's a market stall where I live, and they do, it's a German market stall, basically. So they do German beers, it's that and the other. And I bought her a load of Paderborn, I bought 3 bottles of Paderborn Pilsner for her. And I ended up drinking them. I gave one to a mate, a drunk one, and then I took one on the train when we went out, as you do, have a cheeky one on the way. And she was like, "Oh, you always drink my fucking beer. You always drink my beer, right?" So I said, "I'll get you another 6." So I bought another 6, right? Right? And no word of a lie, she didn't touch one of them. And I looked at them, and I said, "They've gone out of date now. You've gone past their best. Or you'll have to drink them. You'll have to drink them now." You know what I mean? One minute I'm getting moaned at because I've drunk them, and then she's telling me to drink the bastards. So yeah, I'd have to replace it.
Matthew says, "Looks nice on the eye, Guinness, but very thin, watery, not really much in flavour."
No.
Geordie says, "Amish Paradise." I'll look that up.
Look for it. Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, I will do. Neil Wall says, "Leah is the same. She doesn't drink much. She stores it. She stores it with the tweed. She dresses Neil to go out farming."
In a barber jacket. I bet a barber jacket weighed down with cans that are out of date.
It's a belter, that is.
I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me. All the blokes are coming out now. They're like, "Right, I'm going to get this off my chest now." Good old bag. It's sticking up for us, fellas. Leah's going to be going nuts.
Marriage guidance counselling now, isn't it?
Marriage guidance. Good God. This is my second marriage. Don't listen to me. If I was any good, I would have got it right the first time.
My missus is the same bad. She's still got a case of Budweiser from last year.
If I showed you all the gins and vodkas my missus has got, you'd be like, I mean, they'll never go, will they? They'll never go out of date, will they? They're just going to get deadly.
Nah, they'll never go out of date. Hey, up, she like that one.
But, yeah. But yeah. She treats beer like a kitchen. She just wants to look at it. She don't want to use it. Not Leah, my missus, by the way. That is.
No.
You know, I'll have Neil and Leah on me back then.
Yeah, I like a drink, but I'll drink to get drunk, and I don't want a hangover every Sunday. I like a drink, but I like a drink, but I drink to get drunk. I don't want a hangover. So you basically want to get drunk, but you don't want to get a hangover.
Oh, I don't want that now. I'm getting too old for that now as well.
This virtual pub is brilliant, lads. Yes, it is brilliant.
Good man.
No one's serving Madri at the moment, so which is all right. But no worry.
I might have to get it out in a minute, won't I? I'll do a live review on this live.
No worry. Him there, he'll do a review later of that.
Probably, yeah. And I'll wake up tomorrow with a hangover.
Yeah, all the bottles of gins for about 1 glass a month.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah, that's what it's all about.
My old glass shelf that I got in the kitchen is full of bottles of wine and gin. Now, obviously, I've done all this, didn't I? So I took everything off. I said to her, "Oh, what should we do with it?" She goes, "Oh, don't know." I said, "Oh, put all your bottles up there on display. Look cool, wouldn't it?" Still there, isn't it? Still there. I think the only 2 little miniatures that have gone was when Courtney was here and she drunk the fuckers. Courtney drinks more than her mother. She'll drink like me, she would, if she had her way.
I think it started a domestic here. Leah has got a drawer full of gin miniatures in the fridge for Christmas.
We got lots of chocolates in the fridge from Christmas. Everyone has that, don't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely. All these liqueurs and stuff.
And then come about June when they've all gone white on the outside, you throw them out, and you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit too late for that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's mint on the outside of this.
Yeah.
No, it's mould, babe. It's mould. Right. He's done, right? Yeah, hang on. I'll tell you what. I'll swing you around. I'm just going to have a top up.
Yeah. He's got 2 dartboards there, boys and girls. One for the left hand, one for the right hand.
2 dartboards?
Yeah, there's one there.
Oh, yeah.
One for the left, one for the right. It's got the old robot going, as you can see.
The old robot. No battery in this one.
There you go.
So look at that. Keep you up to date.
Oh, beautiful.
Say you want, right.
Virtual pubs are great because everybody can be themselves, and nobody, obviously, that's a good point, Geordie. Nobody can do a runner through the toilet window when it's there round either.
I would get you one, mate. I would get you one. Leah, ooh, I like the room buzz. Yes, I'm a big darts fan and lots of beer and stuff in this room.
No, Leah, really, he hates darts. His missus put that up.
When I bought that surround, that big black thing that lights up, that's it. That's the actual light, that is, right? I paid a lot of money for it at the time, and my missus was throwing a a few darts like with me like so. And I said, "Don't you hit that bloody thing? It's fiberglass. It is. Don't you go fucking hitting it." There must have been about 20 chunks out of it within about an hour. I was like, "Oh!" and then some of her girlfriends, if you like. Ooh, I like darts. I used to play darts. I said, "You can fuck off." I got me shirts and that either side. I said, "You're gonna chuck in no darts at that."
Neil says that's a very nice blade machine there.
Thank you very much, Neil. It's no different to any of the others, but it's still a nice one.
Matthew's just come up and said, "Oh no, Gaz, sorry. Hello, Gaz. Nice to have you."
Hey, Gaz. I know he comments on mine a lot.
What's your favourite supermarket lager? That's a good one. That's a good one.
There's a few good ones out there, and there you got.
Not that one.
No, it won't be that. That's just not the beer it used to be, is it? I think we spoke about some of them, and there's Warsteiner. I think lagers are pretty much, if they're good, it's quite hard to separate them because they're all the same sort of beer, aren't they? But for me, Warsteiner, Kronbacher, Pilsner Urquell, Paulaner, Münchenhels. That's about.
I think Pilsner Urquell for me is the one what I would really go for. I like Staro Brahman as well. Funny enough, that's another one.
I don't mind it, but since I've been to the brewery, and had it fresh out the tank, they're not even the same beer as what you get over here. So I wouldn't put that there, but I'd certainly say them four for me are up there. I'll tell you what was really good actually was Marks and Spencer's. They do a Czech Pilsner.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
It's in green can.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was bloody good. That was a decent drop. That would be another one that you would go back to. So for me,
that one.
Any of them I would go back to and try again. It probably won't be Madry, put it that way.
Gaz says is Paulaner and Veltins. I like both of them. They're cracking them, and they. Veltins.
You know what? I done Veltins, and I if I remember rightly, I don't think I thought much of it for some reason.
Controversial.
I know, yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? Because you can review a beer, and on a different day, some days things just hit the mark, don't they? And other days don't. If you've had something to eat beforehand, that can change the sort of flavour.
Mood is the key as well.
Mood as well,
Got me in a mood for a lager. The Vault City ones in Tesco, mate. What do you think?
I love the mango. I've not had all the other cheaper ones that they had out, but the mango, the triple fruited mango, I thought was fantastic.
It was brilliant.
And not more fun. It was more fun. It wasn't a sour in the sense of a word of a sour, was it? But that's one you can. That's your Christmas Day beer, that is it? Or breakfast, that isn't it? You'll be fucking drinking that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
6.6.
Yeah,
Will it?
I have to make an announcement now. I'm going to do another Christmas Day breakfast beer extravaganza. I might do it at 5 o'clock this time. Not too sure yet.
You overslept last time, didn't you? You were going to get up at 6, and you said you had too many the night before.
It was a belter, that was.
But the fruited mango one, really liked, and I liked the blueberry one for some reason. I don't know. It was just something there I liked, but it wasn't as good as the fruited the mango one for me.
I have to recommend the cherry cola cubes one.
Yes, I saw your review of that. So if I see it,
that was brilliant. That was well worth giving a go. That is.
Their beers, when they put them in the supermarkets, I know some of these sours have been slated by people, and I totally get that because they're not sour, really. But what they're doing is just getting the name out there, and they're getting people to dip their toe in the water to try these things. And you've sort of got to accept that, if you're paying £3, £3.50 for a Vault City beer, it's not going to be proper Vault City.
No.
The same as like the Cloudwater when they released them. Yeah. They were never going to be fantastic. Not like they're the stuff that they do. There's they do sell their soul a bit to supermarkets, these places, but I think as long as they keep doing the other good side of stuff, it's not an issue.
Next week there's a big release with Vault City and S43. They're doing a cheesecake imperial stout, which is coming out on can next week, which is 11%. I'll tell you what, I
love cheesecake. I need to get that.
Yeah, keep an eye on the website. It'll be, I think they're releasing it on the 16th, which is it tomorrow? 16th? I think it's released tomorrow. It should be on the website tomorrow, the S43 website. But I think Vault City have done their returning collab with S43, which is a cheesecake sour. But this other one's an imperial stout they're doing with S43.
Right.
So
that should be lovely. That should be banging.
Yeah, hopefully mine will be going up at the weekend next weekend because I love S43. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. If you do that, pick me one up and send it to me, and I'll pay you for it.
No worries. I'll send you it.
Because that just sounds right up my street. That does. Sounds right up my street.
No worries.
Camden Hells, yeah, it's a good beer, but I wouldn't say it's.
No, amazing. I mean, I don't mind Camden. They're a brewery which I don't know. I sometimes go to, but I mean, some of their beers have been okay. Some of their beers have been all right. Is there quite a good selection on the Blade now? Because it's an expensive bit of kit, and the beer was quite limited last time I looked. Now, what's your favourite Blade beer then?
Oh God, we'll go to Neil's first.
Yeah.
Selection wise, it's getting bigger. There's probably about 20 different beers on it. My gripe with it would be that it's very much lager based. So if you're a lager drinker, I actually think the lagers, in a sense, are better than the PD. In a way, if you get what I mean. Now, what I mean by that is that they're more Euro lagers. So, but there's good ones. Heineken on this is lovely, brilliant. This isn't a bad, and I don't think this is one of the best, but it's still a decent drop. So yeah, I think it depends on what you want to drink. Couple of wheat beers on it. There is a couple of blonde ales as well, Belgian beers. But I would probably pick the PD over it. But I do like the machine. Do like it. As for your question, John, what's my favourite one on there? Oh. It's quite hard. The one that stands out is Hapkin, which is a Belgium ale, 8.3%. but I've only ordered it once. I think other times I've tried to order it, it's either been out of stock, but you don't always want 8 litres of 8.5% beer, do you, when you're drinking it yourself? So,
have a problem.
So that's probably one of my favourite beers on it, but it's not one I always just gravitate to. Lager-wise, Heineken I do like. It's quite cheap, 30 quid for 8 litres, and you're getting a quality beer. Zipfer, which is an Austrian lager, that's fantastic. Velaka is a Marzen, Austrian Marzen. I like that. I've got a keg of that waiting to go in. Gosser Marzen, and a lot of Austrian beers. And the thing is, Austria is very close to Germany, isn't it? So there's a lot of German influence in them beers. So there's a lot of quality lagers. So probably go Hapkin, because that's very much like Duvel, that is. But, you know, Edelweiss wheat beer is nice. That's really nice. I like the cider, but it's not my favourite. Yeah, it's just Hapkin and then a selection of other lagers, I would say. Thomas is back in again. Or have you just gone through the comments now? Have you? We're back to the start 4 days ago.
No, I haven't. Matthew says he thinks the PD is embarrassing the Blade at the moment for beer choice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Heineken need to give their fucking selves a kick up the arse, because some of the beers Heineken are releasing on the machine are shit. I suppose you get that with the PD as well, but the PD has about 40. They have seasonal releases. They have 40 to 60 kegs out. And I think they're looking at releasing 2 kegs every month now, which is, but even if they're limited, it's a good selection, isn't it? So Heineken really, if they want to try and win this so-called war, they need to fucking up their game big time.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the battle between
PlayStation, Xbox.
No, it's like VHS and Betamax, isn't it?
Yeah. They're both quality machines.
What format's going to win? Is this going to be the Betamax or the VHS? It's kind of like,
yeah. I mean, I think, like I say, with the Blade, there's some great beers. The lagers on there, I think, although there's not so many kegs, the lagers on there are actually almost better beers because they're all really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the PD, and again with the new one, where you can adjust the temperature, and now that's changed. When it first came out, the temperature control was between 3 degrees and 7. Now you can do it from 0 degrees up to 12. So you think when you've got some Fulian, La Trappe, Leffe, you look at the scope you've got to change a beer now, as in flavours that you can pull out of it. It's another level. It's another level for me. Neil Morgan, Life and Death. Oh, fucking banging, mate. Watch my review.
Yeah, the Urn Brew Sour. Have you tried that one, mate?
I've not tried it. I've heard of it and seen it about, but not tried it.
I haven't tried it. Have you tried the 4 Locos yet?
Locos? Which one's that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like beer, but I enjoy a sour or 2.
But you got 2 sours on here. We're as sour as they come.
I thought Cheesecake one was on today. We'll see, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
It could be one because they're doing a return collab with S43, I think. So I don't know when the release date is on it.
I'll let you go through the comments for a bit, mate.
Yeah, no, it's for tomorrow. It's supposed to be. Gaz says it's a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake sour 8% and available now. So that must be the Vault City S43.
Right,
okay. Let's go. Oh, let's get the bloody. Geordie's come up with saying, I imagine Paulana would be cracking on PD or Blade.
Paulana is actually owned by Heineken.
So I'd be on the Blade.
It'd be great to see that. I'll tell you, it'd be nice to see Paulaner Weizen on the blade.
PD keg is Franciscano Royal.
Yeah. The first time I had that, when it first ever come out, that is one of the best beers on it. It is absolutely fantastic. And you need to get that, John. That is a wheat beer with balls.
I'll have a go at that.
It's
Matthew says, continental lagers, I can imagine the blade being good.
Yeah. Honestly, the lagers on the blade are fantastic. They really are.
Thomas says, forget about your lager. It's always about the stouts.
He's Irish, isn't it? It's got to be about stouts, isn't it?
Top of the morning to you. Senkerlo Rauch Beer Master is one of my favourite beers. I'm investing in either Blade or PD. What's the best choice? I think we've already touched. It's the PD, isn't it?
PD, yeah, without a doubt. You know, my first choice would always be the PD. Hang out as well. Don't if anyone's watching that is thinking, oh, I need to get a PD. By all accounts, it's looking like the end of May, if everything goes to plan, that the PD Pro is going to be released. So if you're willing to spend a bit more, and if you want the best of what you can get, invest your money into the Pro. Yeah.
Also, Geordie, the Senkerla Rauch Beer Master is a nice beer. Highly recommend the Ike, the EICHE double bock. Senkerla. Have you had that?
No. I do like a smoke beer. I love that smoke.
It's a good one.
It's like sitting around a fire, isn't it? You know when you moan that you smell like a barbecue?
Yeah.
And then you drink it.
Exactly.
That's what it's like.
Neil Moore says they're releasing a 2 a month until October.
Yeah. And that's good. That's only a good thing, isn't it?
Matthew says, I'm surprised no Beavertown on the blade.
Yeah, they've had a couple of Brixton beers on there, and they've had a 4 Pure beer, but no Beavertown, because they own Beavertown, don't they, Heineken? So I suppose
there's got to be more stouts on the PD now, which will be good.
Yeah.
What have you heard about stouts, Neil? Hoffmeister on the PD.
I'm telling you, I done that on this thing, the Beer Monster. Hoffmeister Held is absolutely fucking banging. And I'll tell you what, right? It's as good as any lager I've had any on these machines. Seriously.
Oof, follow the bear.
It's a belter. Honestly, absolute belter.
Geordie says PD Pro cool. I will look into that.
Yeah.
Neil Morgan
if you want
says,
one, save your money.
I do like a Senkerla. I've got the double bock here. It's an absolute cork of a beer. That is. Oof.
About 8%, is it?
Yeah, Rob J. Beer Ventures mentioned it years ago, and I managed to get hold of a bottle of it, and it's good. It's a good one. It's a good one. Highly recommend it. It's their best beer by far, I think. I do like smoked beers, but that was it. Geordie's Den says, nice one, Neil. Thomas says, how many beer machines do you have then, Baz? How many?
Only the 3. Still the 3. I've never gone any more than 3.
Some people think you got 1 million of them.
No. I started out with the perfect draft years ago. And then I got the Heineken sub, which is the 2-litre one. And then I bought one of the compact subs as well. Yeah. Because they had a deal on. And I'll tell you what, this was so cheap, it was worth fucking buying. They had a deal on where you got like a percentage off, and it come in at 41 quid for the machine. Because they were only 50 quid anyway, I think, when they first released it. So I got it for £41. I thought, well, that way, because it's only a 2-litre tall, the problem I found with the sub was it was running out too quick. So I thought if I have two subs, I've got 4 litres, and it's only costing me 40 quid to fucking buy a new machine, isn't it? But then it was still a bit of a ball ache, so I went to 2 perfect drafts. And then there was a lot of companies importing beer for the blade. So the range went to about 14, 15 beers. And I thought, because I'd always wanted a blade as well. So I ended up, all my weekend work that I do, I put by. So I had money sitting there and I just went out and I bought one. Bought one with 2 kegs and glasses and shit. And then sold the other PD. And then the new PD come out. And this is Simo's fault, actually. You put Simo's comment up. Simo, actually, I didn't know anything about the PD Pro. I knew nothing of it. And he messaged me with a picture that it was on sale. I was like, what's that? And there was only 130 of them released.
Yeah.
So I looked at it. I thought, fucking hell, I've got to have that. It's got temperature control and everything. And I mentioned it to the missus casually. And I got a dirty look.
What you do?
And I thought about it for half an hour, then just bought one. So when I bought the new PD, I sold my other one. But I've had so many, because it's like a beta experiment thing, it was.
Yeah.
When you do surveys and that, you're getting so much back in beer tokens. So I've probably had about 150 quid's worth of beer tokens for nothing for doing surveys. 5-minute jobs.
Yeah.
It cost me 320 quid, I think.
Yeah.
I had about 150 back. I sold my old PD for 120. So
you got your money back nearly.
It's not really cost me anything, has it?
No, it hasn't.
So
it hasn't. That's wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Matthew Barker, I'm just assuming that the release of the PD Pro and the temp control should be Neil Morgan, should I say? Matthew Barker, there should be more stouts coming, basically.
Yeah. It should be good. Should be good.
Good should be good. Matthew Barker says there should be a crowdfunder to get me a PD. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. JB's earning too much money anyway from YouTube. He can buy his own.
I bought Neil the Heineken sub years ago. He still has it, but since having the PD, he doesn't use a sub, to be honest. You know what, Leah? Should give him the ultimatum. It's going into the car boot sale. Just tell him. I'm going to put it in the car boot.
Just quickly, Leah, is that the Heineken sub as in the aluminium one that was like 170 quid at the time? Because they done one brushed aluminium, all branded, and that was the one I bought, the original one, because it just looks sexy as fuck. I thought I got to have that one. So I'm curious if it's that one. But I do like the sub actually, because the sub has a really good range. The only thing that lets me down, I think, is because it's only 2 litres. But the range on it is massive. The range on it is as good as the PD nearly.
Matthew says the sub had 1 Torp Stone IPA, which is a banger. They should bring that out.
Yeah. They should actually bring the proper Amstel out as well, not the 4.1% shit that they give us.
Thomas says all your weekend work that sounds a bit dodgy.
Hey, yeah, you know me, Thomas. I like getting dressed up at weekends, mate.
Full C and S43 collab is 8% in the 400ml can.
£8.25.
You're having a laugh.
Send it over, John. Send it over. I won't pay you, as you said. You'll just send it me.
It's silver and green branded.
Yeah, that's the one, Leah. That's the one. Beautiful looking machine, I'll tell you. Absolutely beautiful.
Leah, take it to the Antiques Roadshow when it's in your area.
Honestly, yeah. I actually thought about getting a sub again, but the only one they do now is the sub compact, which is a cheap one.
You should read the next comment from Leah. What do you reckon of that?
Well, I'll tell you what, if Neil don't propose to her, he's mental. He's mental.
That's a belter, that one.
But don't take marriage tips from me.
No, this isn't a kind of like marriage guidance counselling, but it's just, it feels like it.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit close to the bone now, isn't it?
That's terrible.
Do you reckon they're both on the sofa? Do you reckon they're on the sofa next to each other?
Yeah.
Watching their phone and messaging each other.
His phone. She's got her phone and they're watching both of us.
Yeah, yeah.
So to that. I tell you what, that Stella does taste a lot better unfiltered.
Yeah, it's much nicer, isn't it? I think it's quite bready. Well, certainly what I had out of the machine. Yeah,
it's a lot better. I mean,
it's got a German feel to it.
Yeah, it's decent. That I have to say that was decent. Now, is that your is that your favourite Founders you've had? Is it the best one or not?
I think if I aged it, yeah, so far probably the best. Yeah.
Yeah, better than the KBS.
Well, that was really nice. Honestly, I did enjoy that, but like I said to you before, it just, you want it to be thicker and heavier, didn't you?
Matthew says, I've been walking around TK Maxx for 1 hour so far. Thanks for keeping me. I'll tell you a story about this. I met him a few weeks ago in Harrogate, and his missus went to TK Maxx, and she was in there for about, must be 3-4 hours.
3-4 hours? Yeah. Jesus. Can I let you into a secret? Matthew Barker, TK Maxx, right? Yeah. I watched a program about them the other day.
Oh, right.
And their labels, right? Their labels have numbers on them, different codes. Some of it is old stock, some of it is damaged stock, some of it is this kind of stock. The stock you want to look for, now I don't have a picture of what you need to look for, but on the labels, next to something, they're numbered between 1 and 7. Now, the best bargains you're going to get are the labels that have a number 2 on or a number 7, because they're genuinely proper bang on quality stuff. And if you pick that stuff up cheap, you genuinely are getting a massive bargain on branded stuff. So there you go. Tip of the day.
Geordie says, do you like Sapporo?
I had that a long time ago. I can't remember if I did. I think I was a little bit disappointed with it. I like the can. The can was fantastic. It's a really cool can, isn't it? It's mental. That was in the early days, I think, when I started. So, and I think that's the only can I've ever had.
This has turned into couple counselling.
You two don't need counselling, mate. Just do as you're told and you'll be all right.
I enjoy the Stella unfiltered bottle. I have a keg on the PD, which I haven't yet, but will taste off between the PD and the bottle. Oh,
Matthew Barker, you will be there. I can't imagine there's going to be a comparison. On the keg, it was really nice.
He's also said she can spend 3 hours in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll tell you what, right? TK Maxx, where I live, when I've been to Shrewsbury to go in there, half the stuff's fucking broken. It is, honestly. There's been like, I don't know, porcelain or china pigs with like fucking ears missing or fucking legs missing and that. They're all broken out. Honestly, yeah. There was a rabbit the one day, it was. Not that kind of rabbit. It was like a porcelain rabbit, and it only had one ear, and it had like a pound knocked off it, and you thought, who's going to put that in their fucking house? It's it's fucked. And it wasn't like they had the ear sitting there at the side saying, stick me back on or anything. It was just a rabbit with one ear. And a porcelain one, It's not like you were still going to feed it and pet it and everything because it had one ear. It was just going to sit on the side and look shit. Sorry.
I think he's going on about the Stella unfiltered on. Neil's going on about Stella unfiltered on there. Jordan's mentioned a Beck's unfiltered. Bands Bites Booze Reviews had it.
Oh, right.
I don't think I've seen that.
No.
I haven't seen that.
Interesting, then.
Isn't it funny when one kind of like beer label or brewery brings out an unfiltered beer everybody seems to
Yeah,
follow
how many
suit.
more are gonna? Yeah,
How many
are we gonna
hit?
get Carlin unfiltered?
Yeah, Carlin unfiltered. Oh, crikey, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Make a good review.
I hope that the amount of people that have been on these groups and have said, "Oh, I want to see Carlin or Foster's on the fucking PD."
Why?
Yeah,
Why
that's
would you
kind of
want
like that's like my kind of response. That is, it's similar. It's not quite the same.
Yeah, why? Why would you want that?
Well, yeah. I mean, this has been a bit of a gripe with me. I've said about when I bought the PD, what I liked about it, it was like, all right, yeah, you had some beers that you got over here on it, like Beck's, Stella.
Yeah.
But you were getting the Belgian brewed stuff or the, German brewed stuff. So it was a different beer. What I liked about it was the stuff, it was kind of exclusive stuff. At the time, yeah, you could see Left here and there, but not like you do now. So getting Left, Quack, Triple K on that was like, you did feel a little bit elite, if you like.
I mean,
Almost
Simo's
beer snob.
Yeah, Simo's just making a point here that Tennant's is one of the best sellers on the PD, and I suppose if you get a big branded lager, it would be, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah,
I suppose.
and
yeah,
you get their reason for doing it, but you have to just kind of go with it, don't you? As long as they keep bringing good stuff out as well, in my opinion. I know Simo liked the Tennants, didn't he? He quite enjoyed that, but what I don't want to see is a lot of just cheap shit coming out on it, because it would ruin it for me.
Yeah.
Cater for everyone.
So it is a good question. Geordie said, "What's the worst beer you have reviewed on your channel?"
I know my one. Well, I've had a few, really. I've had a few. What's yours, John?
I've had loads, to be honest. I mean, Carlin was the nadir of it all, really. I think Carlin would have been there. Foster's definitely would have been there. It's all them lagers, isn't it?
I've not done Foster's.
Kestrel Super, that's another one.
One of my worst ones. I've done the Morrison Savers stuff, and I've done a few bitters, and I've got a 2% bitter coming up from Sainsbury's soon, so that should be fun. Morrison's lager was shit. The Savers absolutely awful. The Asda bitter was awful, I thought. The one that sticks out, but in all fairness, when you look at them, I paid like about £1 for 4 cans. Probably the worst beer I've done is from Donkey Stone Brewing from Lidl. Cotton Clouds Lager.
Never had that one. Never had the pleasure.
Fucking awful. Absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. There's probably been a couple of others in there that have been really poor, but yeah, I mean, Tennants was pretty shit. Soul was pretty shit on the thing. Even that wasn't the same as what it used to be.
Geordie says Super Tennants.
Super Tennants.
Matthew saying Bex is really good, underrated on the PD.
Yeah, it's again, that's the German brewed stuff. 4.9%, by the way, Matthew, not 5.
Yeah, Boss Brewing. That was yeah.
Oh, peanut pale ale. That was fucking shit.
Fucking terrible. That was a belter.
Sometimes it takes somebody to comment, doesn't it, to remind you what shit beers you've done.
That really was shit. I'd like to see you guys try Beer Deluxe from Asda. That sounds.
Yes, I've done it. I've reviewed it. Yeah,
it sounds as bad as what it sounds.
It wasn't that. It wasn't great. It was typical European lager, but yeah.
Beck's Gold on the PD.
I've had it. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. I really wasn't. No, that was. It was a German beer trying to be with an American twist for me.
Oh, right.
It was like a German beer trying to be a Budweiser. But
oh, right.
But saying that, I didn't enjoy Lisa, which is an Italian lager. But I net that in 2 days. And I wasn't a big fan of it, but it was just really drinkable. That was a bad thing about it. I've not bought it since.
Remember the Boss Brewing Bubblegum? Oh,
you had that. Do you know what? The only Boss Brewing beer I bought was that peanut pale ale. And I refuse to fucking buy any of their beers now. My missus always says, "Oh, look, Boss Brewing." I say, I ain't buying any of that shit.
Leah says, "I would like some fruity ciders on the PD."
Well, you got Orchard Pig.
It's
not fruity. It's Reveler cider.
Oh,
like a bit of Lisa. You can't beat a tasty Italian, can you?
No, you can't. You certainly can't.
She'll be getting me in trouble, wouldn't she? It's a good job my missus ain't here. She'd be listening, going, "What about?"
She's not watching from America, is she?
I doubt it. Got better things to do, I expect, mate.
Innocent Gun Blonde was my favourite beer when I started. My beer it's not. I can't, man. I'm not. I'm not a fan of Innocent Gun. I used to be.
No, I thought their lager was average.
I like the Irish
barrel-aged ones, but
yeah. Bossa Welsh Brewery, based in Swansea, I think.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Shit too. Sorry.
Thanks for reminding me.
Neil's from Wales, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Wales.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate, but they're fucking shite. I don't know who drinks them, to be honest.
I remember sending you the video, didn't I, or the link, or telling you about the peanut pale ale.
Oh, it's awful.
I've watched your video about 6 times, I think. I've probably done most of your views on that.
Shit out of a beer that was. Oh, it's terrible.
It just makes me laugh when I see your opinions on it. You think, oh God. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm gonna have to leave you for a second. So I've got to go and see the vicar.
No worries. I mean, yeah, no worries. We can wrap you up in a minute if you want.
You keep them entertained for a minute.
Yeah, no worries. Right, let's go through the comments. Neil doesn't work for Boss. Thank God. Thank God he don't work for Boss, mate. God, I don't think you'd pay much anyway. I really wouldn't. Boss Brewing. Nearest Gun Lager is not the best. Yes, I remember seeing that. Who did that? Home Bargains, I think, did that. Matthew Barker says, I had 1 sip of that peanut butter beer and poured straight down the sink. Awful beer. Anything by this brewery is, to be honest, pretty ropey. Pretty rubbish, to be honest. Is definitely one of them breweries you need to.
I'm back.
He's back.
Hang on, quick top up.
Yeah, little quick top up. Then we'll wrap it up. It's gone really quick, isn't it?
This 2 hours. Well, I was talking to you before, wasn't I? For about 15 minutes. So 2.25 hours, 2 hours 20, something like that. It's the time has just gone nuts. Have you asked all your questions?
I have, I think, but I'm going to keep some for next time.
Is that because I talk too much? I do talk too much. I'll have to set questions up for you, mate.
No. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? It's been excellent.
It has. Yeah. It's great. Everyone interacts.
Yeah. It's been brilliant. We've had a brilliant beer.
Yeah, that was belting.
A really nice beer.
Again, that would be one. I'd have to age that for me.
And we've had some shit as well. Well, me. I've had some shit. But I've had some decent.
We've done a bit of marriage counselling, haven't we?
Done a bit. We put Neil and Leah on the path of marriage bliss.
Yeah.
I expect the invites to the wedding soon.
Yes.
So let us know.
I expect invites to every wedding now.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube superstar.
So all I can say is it's been brilliant. Thank you, my man, for joining us.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
And we'll do it again.
Yes,
no
it's been
doubt.
a long time as well. Been a long time since we had a good chat.
We'll always do it again. And thank you all for tuning in and watching us. And see you soon.
Big thank you to everyone. Cheers.
Cheers. I ended.
You're still